Hi everyone, Gridlock Cosplay here. Well, now that Edmonton Comic Expo 2019 is over, I'm going to get back to working on the powered workloader. Now, for my birthday, my family and friends grouped together and got me a 3D printer, which I've been wanting for quite a while. And you might be able to hear it here. It is working on the first piece that I need for the powered workloader. This is going to be for part of the fingers on the arm. And so I'm just testing it out, seeing if my model works, seeing if all of the parts are going to fit. Many hours of printing later, I now have enough pieces that I can start putting together the mechanism for the fingers. This piece here has a nut inside of it so that the threaded rod can go through. Now it only has it on one side because the threaded rod for the other has to be able to slide through it. So we have the holes on this side just with one nut. Don't need it on the other side. This one is a bit thinner because it didn't need the nut in there. And so the threaded rod goes through like this. So as the threaded rod spins, of course, it will move this along the rod. One of the programs that I wrote in Tinkercad is for making gears of any size. This is what I've come up for the end cap. So this is going to be stationary, and that's where the motor is going to go. Like that. And have another printed gear. So we'll do something like this. So then the motor will be able to spin, and this will move up and down. Now, you may have noticed the holes on the side here. That is for this rod. And it goes through, and this hole in this side is a little bit smaller, so it should be nice and tight in there. Okay. This is a 3-foot piece of 1/4-inch rod, and unfortunately I need 53 centimeters. So I have to buy 4 of them instead of just 2. Well, that seemed to work plenty well enough, so I'm going to go and get the rest of the materials I need to finish both of the hands. Maybe one day Home Depot will sponsor me in building a costume. Buy everything there anyway. And here is how it looks when it is all put together. It's a nice thing about having precision parts is that it is very precise. Earlier this week I wrote the program that is going to control the fingers. And so I'm going to hook up a quick circuit and see if it works. So I've got my program all done, and I just had some inputs reversed is all, and did some tests with some LEDs to make sure my inputs were all good, and now I've got the joystick in place. Now at the moment that is just defaulted to mode 1 where both of them are going to be opposing. I just don't have the other motor set up. For a few minutes there I thought that something was wrong with my program. It was just a loose wire, one of my jumpers. it's not going to end up being that noisy because right now it's on the wooden workbench and rattling around. So it'll still make some noise, but it won't be that bad. Now later when I put the wires on permanently, of course I will add a limit switch to the circuit there with the diode across so that when it's going one direction, when it pushes this, it breaks the circuit, but when power tries to go the opposite direction, it can because of the diode and it will be able to release. By the way, in case you are interested, this is a package that has two H-bridge chips on it. It's a 12-volt H-bridge, and it is the L9110S. And I'll put the link in the description for where I got this. So as I'm printing another copy of all of these parts, I need to figure out what kind of structure this is going to have for attaching to the wrist, which is going to rotate it this way. Got this from Princess Auto just now, and that is going to be my wrist. So that's the shape that I've come up with, and I'm just going to keep on heating it and bending it until it fits right on there, and then with a little bit more heat I'll adjust it to make sure that it's all straight. That actually was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now I can make another one. I've positioned the motor at a place where it is turning easily enough now, so I've glued it into place. Just some hot glue there. That should keep it in there. Now that I've got the two of them, I'm just going to solder in the wires, get the H-bridges set up in here so that each claw is basically its own module. And, you know, I've got more to do with the wrist and such, but that'll be later on. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys later.